Over the years, the mining that occurred within Butte, the mines had produced over $51 billion in mineral wealth. Though many mines do not exist to this day, there are estimated to have been at least 512 mines on the hill, making up the 10,000 miles of mine shafts and tunnels. The Baltic mine started in the early 1860s and was one of Butte's first mine claims. It then closed in the mid-1940s due to a lack of money. The original ran from 1878 until 1976. It was a site of some of the earliest mining in Butte and was originally owned by Clark, but was sold to the Anaconda Company in 1910 and in 1950 was reopened and mined for zinc and copper. The Stewart operated from 1877 until 1978 and was owned by William Clark, and in 1909 an underground banquet was held on the 2,100-foot level. In 1910, it was sold to the Anaconda Company. The Bell Diamond Mine was operating from 1879 until 1928. It was founded by T.C. Meter and was bought by the Anaconda Company in 1885. It has two mines who joined together for hoisting ores, and the diamond has the oldest standing headframe on the hill. Granite Mountain Mine. This mine operated from 1887 to 1944. On June 8, 1917, the worst hard rock mining disaster in the history of the United States occurred due to a carbide lamp. 410 men were lowered into the mine shaft that night for their shift, and 168 did not return alive. Mount Con ran from 1886 to 1974. Its original name is Mount Consolidated, and it is one of the biggest copper-producing mines in the industry. It was owned by Chambers Syndicate in 1887, and in 1891 became property of the Anaconda Mine. The Belmont Mine ran from 1890 to 1956. The Anaconda Company had bought the mine in 1906 to settle a dispute with Heinze, and the mine was considered a notable Heinze mine. The headframe located at this mine currently was originally from the Cora mine. Nearly 7 million tons of copper ore had come out of this mine. The Trevona mine ran from 1875 to 1957. It is one of the oldest mines on the hill due to its originally beginning in 1964 as a gold mine named the Asteroid. Farland, who owned the mine, got a loan from Clark, and in 1877 it was foreclosed. In 1880, Clark then patented the mine and worked it for another 25 years, and was eventually bought by the Anaconda Company. The Orphangold mine ran from 1875 to 1956. It had desirable working conditions of 55 to 56 degrees Fahrenheit, and was a producer of silver, lead, and zinc, but not copper. By the end of the 1920s, however, the Anaconda Company had purchased the mine, and in 1956, it became the site of the World Museum of Mining. By 1944, over 7.6 million ounces of silver, zinc, and lead had been removed from the mine. The Badger State Mine ran from 1880 to 1966. It was located on the eastern end of the hill and is now inside the Berkeley pit. It was mainly a copper-bearing mine, but also contained large deposits of zinc and lead. The Kelly Mine was the last underground mine to close, and it operated from 1949 to 1980. This mine had the most technologically advanced workings due to the cage that held 50 miners instead of 6, the 3 shafts, and the 2 headframes. This mine was also different due to the technique of block caving, which produced over 15,000 tons per day. The Anselmo Mine ran from 1875 to 1966. It is the most intact mine yard remaining in Butte today. The first electrified heavy haul engine is also located there, called the Butte, Anaconda, and Pacific Railway. The yard also used to contain a place to treat lumber for underground timbers, in which would be supplied to numerous mines. It was also an important lead and silver mine, but also produced silver and copper. The Lexington mine operated from 1876 to 1957. This mine is the site of the only remaining strike fences located at Butte mines. By the late 1880s, it had produced about $8 million in silver and was the deepest mine in Montana, at about 1,500 feet. After closing due to the cost of silver falling and a fire, Heinze then leased the mine in 1904 for zinc. The Anaconda then eventually got the mine in 1916.